Chosen ones, the culmination finally arrives. For the past few days, you have felt the air change texture. And today, with the moon entering Libra, the veil moves. It is not just another moon. It is the window that reveals what has always awaited you. In this passage, your field becomes more open and magnetic. The right touches settle blessings, the wrong touches leave residue. It is not about absorbing everything, it is about choosing what enters. Libra raises the mirror and illuminates blind spots, where you called abort silence peace, where you name the habit of erasing yourself harmony. The energy comes in higher and clearer to separate what is yours from what was just taking up space. If you have had restless nights, waves of emotion for no reason, chills, déjà vu, encounters with perfect timing, it was not chaos, it was preparation. Between November 13th and 15th, the celestial orchestra tunes your inner ear. In passing and subtly, Mercury retrograde cuts through the noise for truth to emerge. Jupiter retrograde amplifies only what is whole. It's simple. What is true stabilizes, what is a facade bursts. Today I will show you with precision how to recognize the interferences where the real activation is and how to seal your field with a clean right. Breath, image, decree, so that only what belongs to you remains. If your spirit recognizes this call, anchor the agreement with the sky now. Write in the comments, as a short and clear decree, I seal my field. Chosen ones, today the field is open and magnetic. This means that which touches you by word, intention, environment, or presence can remain. This is not a threat to scare you, it is precision for taking care. Moon in Libra raises the mirror and asks, what are you allowing to enter? Think of touch in layers, the touch of environment. Places have an atmosphere. You enter, and the body already knows, it expands or contracts. On ordinary days, you can ignore it. Today, you cannot. A noisy cafe, where the conversation revolves around gossip, a room heavy with tension, a meeting with an undercurrent of dispute. All of this leaves a residue. The symptom is simple. You leave more tired than when you entered, with thoughts that are not yours. Libra asks for hygiene. If you contract 3 times in a row, shorten your stay. No drama needed, a boundary is needed. The touch of people. Not every hug is a blessing, not every distance is abandonment. Some gazes return you to yourself. Others pull you into old roles. Today, the test is clear. After speaking with someone, do you feel centered or scattered? When the conversation ends, is there good silence or a noise that insists? If there is noise, it is a sign you absorbed what is not yours. Breathe, name it inwardly. I return what does not belong to me and move away gently. The touch of words, messages, audio notes, news, every sentence is a frequency invitation. News that only delivers fear, a thread that traps you in indignation, passive-aggressive comments. All of this seeks lodging in your open field. Today, the rule is, read enough to act, not to inhabit. Libra honors clean information. It refuses rented emotion. The digital touch. Timelines were designed to capture attention. In an open window, every scroll becomes a door. Practical criterion, if you lose your initial intention, within 2 minutes, close it. If a profile makes you oscillate between comparison and guilt, mute it. It is not censorship, it is healing your internal balance. The internal touch, self-touch. There are phrases you repeat without noticing. I get in the way. I arrive later. No one stays. Today, these phrases try to settle as destiny. Libra offers the mirror to change the contract. Instead of, I am late, I arrive in my own right time. Instead of, I get in the way, I harmonize presence and boundary. The field accepts what you sign. How to recognize if something has stuck. 3 clues: out of character rumination, thoughts spinning without going anywhere, weight in the plexus chest without a direct cause, an urge to explain or justify more than necessary. If 2 appear, you have carried what is not yours. Don't argue with the symptom, interrupt its lodging. Water in the mouth, swallow slowly. 3 breaths, look into the distance, the horizon. A boundary phrase: I choose what enters. Libra is not about being pleasant. It is true harmony. True harmony includes a clean refusal. Practical examples for today: an invitation with an undercurrent of guilt. Not today, another time. A conversation that drifts into repeated complaints. I hear you. Let's move to what is solvable. A request that blows up your schedule. I can go this far. After that, I cannot sustain it. The mirror of Libra also reveals performative peace, that it's all good that buys silence and sells vitality. In an open window, false peace costs dearly. Exchange it for a short truth. I am not well enough for this right now. The right word seals better than any mask. Today, adopt a golden rule. Respond to what facilitates. Refuse what drains. Facilitates, opens the path without requiring you to betray yourself. Drains, demands your energy and returns noise. If in doubt, ask the body. Does it expand or contract? Expansion can be tiring, but it calms. Contraction might seem comfortable, but it agitates. Follow what calms. Finally, remember, the right touch settles a silent blessing. A short conversation with someone who respects your axis, a text that returns your focus, a simple place with light and air. Let that stay. The rest, let it pass. Today, choosing what enters is your right. Today, the body speaks first. Before the mind processes, the signs arrive through the nervous system, the skin, the rhythm of the breath. In windows like this, Moon in Libra, the field becomes more open and fine. Therefore, what went unnoticed before now becomes clear. Do not treat it as a flaw. Treat it as activation. Restless nights, fragmented sleep, waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., vivid dreams, a feeling that the room is different. It is the calibration of your internal clock. Instead of fighting sleep, do not turn on screens. Take a sip of water. Feel your feet. Breathe 4 tongue longer on the exhale. Go back. If a phrase from the dream comes, write down 1 line and lie down again. Emotional peaks for no reason. Clean waves. Good tears, laughter from nowhere, a tightness that turns into a sigh. Don't explain it. Let it pass. Emotion that comes and goes in less than 90 seconds is release, not collapse. If it lasts longer, place your hand on your chest and name it softly. It's just a wave. The right word gives it contour. Tingling, chills, weight in the plexus. When it's interference, it contracts and confuses. When it's a call, it gives you chills and clarifies. Test it with a short question. Does this ask for action, a word, or a pause? If the answer doesn't come in 10 seconds, choose pause. Déjà vu and chained synchronicities. Seeing repeated hours, crossing paths with the same name 3 times, hearing the same phrase in different places. It's an arrow, not a prison. Use it to confirm direction in the next 24H, not to guess the whole month. Social hyperacuity. Sound and voice bother you. Environments that were neutral yesterday today seem loud. It's not fussiness, it's a fine filter. Libra separates true harmony from performative peace. If the body contracts, shorten the stay. A boundary is hygiene. The body asking for water and air. Unusual thirst, wanting the window open. Desire for light on your face. Heed it. 2 glasses of water throughout the morning and 3 minutes of fresh air change the reading of the day. This integrates better than more content. The desire to simplify, tidying a corner, throwing out what weighs you down, ending a pending conversation. The simple becomes a portal again. Close a small cycle and feel your breath return. The scales of Libra are thankful. How to distinguish activation from anxiety disguised as spirituality. Activation relaxes after the peak. Anxiety tightens and asks for more stimulus. Activation makes you more present for practical life. Anxiety pushes you toward prediction and excess screen time. Activation needs few words. Anxiety demands long explanations. In strategic moments of this window, it's worth remembering Mercury retrograde is more about cutting noise than about stalling your life. Jupiter retrograde amplifies what is whole and does not sustain what is a facade. Observe what is yours stabilizes, what is not bursts. Small protocols for today. Rule 3-3-3, 3 long breaths, 3 sips of water, 3 lean sentences to organize what matters now. Short steps. If the wave comes, walk for 5 minutes. House, balcony, block. Minimal movement takes the energy from the head and returns it to the body. The word that seals, choose one from. I select what enters. I seal my field. I honor my axis. Repeat it softly when you notice noise. Attention to the classic drainage triggers, conversations that summon you to save the other, timelines that force comparison, an urgent request from someone who never respected your time. Libra gives you the mirror to say, not now, without guilt. If 2 or more of these symptoms visited you today, and you managed to respond with less explanation and more presence, the sign is valid. You don't need to hunt for meaning in everything. Perceive, thank, adjust. The activation solidifies when you exchange paranoia for hygiene and axis. This is how the body confirms. You are inside the window, and it is working in your favor. Moon in Libra is not about people. It is about principles. Libra is the calibration point of the zodiac, where everything is weighed on the scales of coherence. When the moon crosses this sign, it illuminates your internal measure, what calms you because it is true, and what tires you because it is performance. That is why the day becomes clearer. The mirror rises, and the edges appear. Think of Libra as a tuning instrument. There are notes that sound beautiful, but go out of tune over time. Facade peace. Kindness that swallows boundaries, agreements that ask for self-erasure. There are discrete notes that sustain the entire concert. Just silence, a yes you can live with, a no that preserves your axis. The moon in passing gives you the ear to distinguish the two. And yes, today the ear is finer. Technically, the moon is fast. It doesn't create new stories. It highlights what already exists. In Libra, it highlights mirror dynamics. Everything returns something: environments, people, screens, words. The transit doesn't force you to do anything. It reveals. What seemed neutral reveals a cost. What seemed small reveals value. What seemed comfortable reveals a hidden price. You don't need to react to every reflection, you need to read. Here comes the subtlety. Libra does not seek peace at any cost. It seeks living balance. Living balance is not stagnation, it is movement with a center. Sometimes to balance is to refuse. Sometimes it is to accept. Sometimes it is to postpone. The criterion is not to please everyone, it is to not betray yourself. When the moon touches this field, decisions that were cloudy gain contour. You begin to feel how much of yourself you are paying for each yes. And the retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, on a practical level, cuts noise, typos, mixed messages, conversations that need to be redone. Not as a curse, but as a tool for clarity. It forces you to say what matters better and to silence what was foam. Jupiter retrograde, in turn, amplifies only what is whole. It doesn't give a stage to empty promises. If something grows today, it's because it has substance. If it withers, be thankful you were spared from carrying excess. Another key to Libra is the contract, not just the legal one, the energetic one. Every bond is an exchange. Time, attention, presence, silence. The moon in Libra illuminates invisible clauses. I give you peace, you give me access. I give you availability, you give me respect. When the scale is fair, both leave more whole. When it's skewed, one leaves larger and the other smaller. The transit doesn't judge. It shows where to adjust the weight or to end it. Observe 3 classic patterns this sky exposes. Performative harmony. The "it's all good" that keeps the room silent while charging you dearly inside. Libra reveals the hidden emotional cost. The adjustment is not to scream, it is to name. Like this, I get lost. Naming it calmly reorganizes the field. Diplomacy that erases the self. Always yielding to avoid conflict is not peace, it's misalignment. In Libra, saying no with respect is an act of harmony. A clear boundary is sustainable music. Aesthetics without ethics. Surface beauty that masks unfair dealings. Matured Libra marries form and truth. If it's beautiful and shrinks you, it doesn't serve. If it's simple and expands you, this is the way. And why does everything seem louder today? Because the moon moistens the sign it touches. Perception becomes somatic. It's not a thesis, it's a sensation you hear in your body when an agreement is out of tune. This is the gift of the transit, intelligence of touch, not just of the mind. So, what is the real authority of the moon in Libra? To give criteria. Criteria for who enters, how long they stay, how they participate in your time, and what does not cross your altar. Not out of paranoia, but out of curating. Curating is not control. It is loving care for your axis so that life can circulate without knocking you down. If you want a simple ruler for today, truth, right and rest, falsehood, exhaustion. What gives you rest, even if it asks for courage, aligns. What tires you, even if it offers comfort, misaligns. Libra shows you choose, and it is in this choice, silent and constant, that the scale finds its center, and the day, finally, settles. Almost everyone uses windows like this to release, to vent, to cry, to empty their head, to cleanse the energy. It works, up to a point. Libra, however, offers something finer. Activation. It's not just removing what's heavy, it's settling what's missing. The difference changes the destiny of your day. Release is the act of opening your hand to what drains. Activation is the act of opening your chest to what sustains you. One leaves you neutral, the other leaves you alive. In a moon in Libra window, when the field is more open, stopping at release is like sweeping the house and leaving the door wide open. It's clean and vulnerable. Activation is sweeping, sealing, and turning on an internal light. It's clean and inhabited. How does this appear in practice? Exchange. Discharging for anchoring. You identify the weight. A conversation, a habit, a place. You let it go, and you anchor something in its place. If you left the environment that drained you, don't just run to any other. Take 2 minutes of air and put in a note of simple frequencies. Water, sun on your face. A short word that sustains, I seal my field. The mind wants to fill with stimulus. Libra asks for quality of entry. Exchange, avoiding for choosing entry. Avoiding everything creates fear. Instead, choose what enters. 2 people, 2 pieces of content, 2 places that return you to your axis. In an open window, the selection of entries defines the tone for the rest of the day. This is where the opportunity that almost everyone misses lies. that of healing the balance with inputs that tune you. Exchange peak for rhythm. Most seek an explosion, insight, catharsis, euphoria. Libra favors rhythm, small gestures that maintain the center. 5 minutes of slow walking, 3 objective messages, closing pending tasks. A no, said early. Rhythm grounds more than a peak. Exchange performative peace for peace with edges. You don't need to become a monk. You need honest edges. Peace with edges allows life to arrive without flooding you. Today, this translates into short, gentle boundaries. I can go this far. I can't right now, another time. Each edge is an anchor, and each anchor, an activation. Notice how opportunity here is not grandiloquent, it's precise. Libra is the sign of quality. Few choices, well chosen. That is why, in windows like this, signs of a miraculous shift appear discreetly. A conversation that changes the mood of the day, the right invitation at the right time, a text that puts you on your feet. Don't underestimate the small. The small repeated becomes the field. A simple test to identify real activation. After the gesture, you feel rest, plus direction. During the gesture, there is presence. You don't see yourself from the outside, you inhabit. Before the gesture, the decision fits on one line. If any of these 3 is missing, it is probably just release, useful, but incomplete. Complete it with something that enters. A minimal written commitment, a clear request made, a cycle ended without drama. Examples from daily life that count as activation today. Responding with clarity instead of justifying. 2 lines that resolve. Scheduling the conversation you've been avoiding. With time and listening, exchanging 30 minutes of scrolling for 15 minutes of light and 3 glasses of water. Organizing a physical space, desk, counter, backpack, writing a decree you can live by in the next 24 hours. Another subtlety. Activation usually attracts a test. After you settle something good, the invitation that traditionally throws you off axis appears, and it comes looking beautiful, urgent, can't miss. Libra gives you the ruler. Truth rests, facade tires. If it tired you, refuse with respect and move on. No need to explain much. Economy of words is protection. What if I've already released and I'm empty? Great. It's the perfect time to inhabit. Choose an entry that tunes you. Short silence. Music that expands without scattering you. Conversation with someone who honors your time. Nature. A notebook. 1, not 10. The scale likes few and good. Finally, remember, opportunity is not a golden door flashing. It is available coherence. Libra places options in front of you that marry form and truth. If you choose what calms and honors you, even if it seems modest, you activate the only thing that matters, your living axis. From there, the day does its part. The sky doesn't need a spectacle. It needs a body that accepts. Today is not about a long ceremony. It is about closing your field with presence. Stand up, feel your feet on the ground, and give your body some air. A balcony, an open window, a cracked open door will do. Release your shoulders. Let your face feel the breeze. 3 longer breaths, and the rhythm returns. The world slows down inside. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine a golden light being born in the center of your chest. It grows to the size of your hands, then envelops you completely, front and back, sides, above and below, a clear sphere at arm's length, as if the air gained contour. Don't force the image, allow it. With each exhale, the sphere becomes firmer and more silent. Place your palm on your sternum and speak once, clean and low, as a decree, I seal my field. Feel the sentence land in your body. Do not repeat. Let the word work. Open your eyes and choose an entry that tunes you in the next few hours. It could be a generous glass of water. It could be light on your face for a few minutes. It could be sending the message that closes a pending task. It could be a short walk to mark the new pace. The important thing is that it is simple and possible right now. Next, define one edge for the day. Say it inwardly, short. Today I do not open for comparison. Today I do not open for draining conversation. Today I do not open for others' urgency. Choose one. The edge is the clasp of the seal. If throughout the day you notice a strange weight, noise that isn't yours, or an urge to over-explain, stop for a moment. Hand on your chest. One breath that comes in for 4 and out for 6. The word returns, sealed, and carry on. No need to justify to anyone. Good protection is silent. This rite takes 2 or 3 minutes, and one time, done well, is enough. If you know you will be crossing a heavy environment, repeat the hand gesture and the word before entering. Less performance, more access. The goal is not to create a bubble, it is to give contour. What is yours passes, what is not slides off. And the whole day breathes inside this clear edge. After the seal settles, the sky usually checks the edges, not as punishment, as calibration proof. In the next few hours, notice the pattern. Something tries to pull you back into old roles. A conversation comes with an undercurrent of urgency. An invitation appears too beautiful to say no to. These movements are the entry test. If the body contracts, the answer is simple. Less explanation, more contour. A short no preserves harmony better than 20 polite lines. The mind might try to reopen the ritual by asking for signs and confirmations all the time. Don't feed it. Activation doesn't need a spectacle. It proves itself in the everyday life that becomes more breathable. The day is productive because you waste less. The voice slows down without losing firmness. Silence becomes home again, not punishment. If this is happening, the seal is working. Notice also how time cooperates when you maintain your axis. Right doors open without force. The others close without a soap opera. If something gets stuck 3 times, you don't insist, you change doors. If it flows on the first try, you don't create an obstacle. Responding to what facilitates is the cleanest way to honor Libra without falling into performative peace. A few small disciplines help consolidate. Real water spread throughout the day, light on your face for a few minutes, short cycles, closed as soon as they begin. Integration is energy conservation. You don't need to do more. You need to do only what sustains. The rest, let it pass. When doubt comes, instead of opening 10 tabs, return to the question that doesn't fail. What is the next right thing? It almost always fits on one line, and the body confirms with rest. If you notice oscillation, clear morning, noisy afternoon, treat it as recalibration, not relapse. A return to basics resolves it. A slightly longer breath, the boundary word inwardly, a short step that closes what was pending. Mercury retrograde still helps by cutting excess talk. Jupiter retrograde sustains only what is whole. No drama, just criteria, signs that you have integrated. Less desire to explain yourself, more precision when asking, less presence where it shrinks you, more presence where it expands you, less comparison, more care for your own ruler. This is how Libra's mirror returns you to the center, not through isolation, but through curating. The world remains open, and you, sealed, choose with whom it breathes. Chosen ones, if you recognized these signs and sustained the simple rite, the window did what it promised. It tuned your ear, revealed blind spots, returned your edges. It is not about isolating yourself from the world. It is about curating. What is yours passes. What is not slides off. Libra doesn't ask you to please. It asks for coherence with rest. In the next few hours, treat the day as a continuation of the seal. Speak little and cleanly, close small cycles, respond to what facilitates, and refuse what drains. If the mind asks for a spectacle, offer presence. If a test comes looking beautiful and urgent, return the weight to the question that never fails. Does it expand or contract? Expansion, even when challenging, brings peace. Contraction, even when comfortable, brings noise. Remember, Mercury retrograde favors clarity when you say less and say it better. Jupiter retrograde only amplifies what has truth. It is the sky, sparing you from excesses while you guard the center. Water, brief light on your face, short silence. 3 discreet allies that keep the scales fair. If 2 or more signs appeared and the body responded with functional calm, you are in. The rest is rhythm, repetition of the basics until it becomes your field. No soap operas with axis. To seal the commitment and anchor what you received. Transform listening into a decree. In the comments, short, firm, present. I seal my field. The rest is silence operating in your favor. Until the next passage,